Hello and welcome to the Bullet Outdoors YouTube channel. Today we find ourselves at 7 Mile. That's Trail 225 in the Canyon Lakes Ranger District. We've had a crap ton of snow lately, so I have no idea what the conditions are going to be like. And we're at that time of the year where our only trails open are 7 Mile, Swamp Creek, Pratt Creek, and Green Mountain. Although there's a catch. Swamp Creek has Christmas tree cutting going on right now. They normally do it for about one weekend in December. This year they're doing 2 weekends. So essentially Swamp Creek is closed for the next 2 weekends. And so what we're going to do is just bomb the trail and go to the locked gate at the top here. We'll get to see how these Maxxis Rampages do in these conditions. Right now they're killing it. Those that have followed me for a while know that I complain and whine about tires quite a bit. So to have these come along and just kill it is a welcome surprise. I love 7 Mile in the winter. It's like a racetrack. I wouldn't honestly consider it to be that fun of a trail in the summer. It's extremely rough for the reward. And I don't know, unless you're here like right there, you have the Berghoff Lode mine, you know, unless you're here to kind of explore and do little side things here, I don't know, 7 Mile isn't that good. But if you have like a newbie or someone that is fairly new to off-roading, it's a good trail. It really is. But in the winter, that's when it shines. Judging by the tire ruts, 7 Mile has seen a bit of activity this last week or so. We had a major snowstorm come through last week right before Thanksgiving. Dumped a crap ton of snow. That's the side trail to Monte Cristo, sometimes referred to as mini heart attack. Once we start to get closer to the top is where 7 Mile Trail is the actual creek, 7 Mile Creek. And so it gets icy as hell. You know, unless you're studded, no amount of tires are really gonna, you know, make much of a difference there. These tires, I mean, I do have some wheels, you know, wheel spin here, but I have forward progress, so they are digging in. Like right here, I have wheel speed, but I have forward progress, and it's controllable. Yeah, these tires are fantastic. Snow's definitely getting a little deeper right here. So we're of course in all-wheel drive mode. It's chilly this morning, about 25 degrees, so take that for what it's worth. keep kind of tossing around the idea of getting tracks. A bit of an update. I went ahead and replaced the rear bushing, swaybar bushing and bracket with a unit from FlexRock. Check it out here. So first of all, here's the originals that I just taken off. And here are the FlexRocks. New bracket and an 80 durometer bushing. So back to the originals here. So the original Polaris, it's a very hard plastic. I'm not sure, what durometer or anything like that. But you see, the bracket is rather, it's cast. Some say it's weak. I'm not really sure about that, but it's a very hard plastic. These wear out fairly quickly. So compared to the FlexRocks, you definitely see a definite size difference there. But the neat thing about these is that they do use the stock mounting locations. Super easy to just throw them on there. And as I said, it's an 80 durometer bushing. It's split on one end. And I just slipped it over the end here and just worked its way over. No biggie. Really easy. So hopefully that'll help eliminate some of the clunk that I've been hearing from the sway bar in the rear. Same thing over here. So again, that company is FlexRock. It's $100 for the set. Really cool. So again, here's the stock ones. So when you get a price, or not a price, a size difference there, but figured I'd show that really quick about the FlexRock sway bar bushings and the new brackets. It's definitely a lot quieter. I had a pretty significant clunk behind the passenger seat there. No more. Alright, snow's getting deeper now, which I figured as we get closer. I always got to watch out for this one. That's called Jawbreaker. You're hauling ass and you don't expect it. Boom! That's one thing I liked about Polaris Ride Command, the app. You can mark that location. So if you're paying attention to your mapping as you're coming up the trail here, you knew that it was coming up. I cannot get Polaris Ride Command to cooperate anymore, which is why I haven't used it in months. This is a Venza. That was fun. So that way is the winter challenge, so we'll come back and revisit that. Heavily rutted right here. Not bad though. That's the Sodom mine. So these conditions right here wouldn't have posed a terrible difficulties for Tusk Terabytes, but I definitely would have a lot more wheel speed, a lot more RPMs to do what I'm doing right now. I can tell from the tire marks and the tire tread someone came through with chains. That's another thing I've been kind of curious about, this chains. What exact effect would those have, especially in conditions like this? I mean, would they really even make a difference? I don't know. And this is more or less the conditions you can expect on 7 Mile. If it does get too snow-packed and too deep, it's usually right there at that turn at the mine on your way up to to Swamp Creek here. But as long as you can get past that mine right there, you're golden. And you get to the top of Swamp Creek, to the open area, and you're usually able to, you know, go around and play right there. Last year, there was so much snow on 171, 171B, 171C, 171D that it was, yeah, it wasn't that fun. You couldn't do anything. So that's where I'm kind of curious about tracks and or chains. I don't think chains would have made any difference last year, but we're very close to the gate right now. And as I said, I expect it to be closed. They don't allow OHVs into Swamp Creek during Christmas tree cutting. Gate's open. What? Interesting. They came through with the plow. Look at that. Oh, shifting the high gear, boys. All right, let's do a loop before the Rangers show up. Christmas tree cutting starts at 8:30. I wouldn't technically get locked in. I'd just take the main county road back to the truck. Usually there's a kiosk right there. That's 171A. Ooh, I feel like a rebel. 171B is that way. I wonder if D is open. That's B back that way. Alright, here's 171D. Like when the Forest Service clears a racetrack for you. That's 970. Oh, they got blocked off. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh, man, I love this. So that leads me to a conclusion here. When I spoke to a forest ranger and I asked about this piece of equipment over here, and it is right there. That piece of equipment there, I've always wondered what that was for, and I finally asked, and I showed a picture, and I asked her, like, what is this piece of equipment? Is it like a rock crusher? And she's like, no, this has always been for Christmas tree cutting, and what they used to do is pull that behind the dozer to help flatten this, this way, because everyone had passenger cars, two-wheel drive passenger cars. So you think, 57 Chevys and 62 Impalas and all that, you would come in here for Christmas tree cutting. So they would use that piece of equipment behind a dozer or a blade and help pack down the trail here so cars could get through. How about that, huh? Here we're at the entrance and trailhead to the Winter Challenge, and the gate's closed. Weird. It's pretty late in the season, so to speak, for that gate to still be closed. Not sure where to find information on the status of that, so to speak. Well, we'll go ahead and rip 7 Mile. Maybe one more trip up and down. Call it a day. And then go take care of some stuff later this afternoon. But that's what I like to do. Get up early, hit the trails, rip them, and then go about my day. So as I make way back to the Razor here, again, my name is Josh, and this is the Bullet Outdoors YouTube channel. If you like what I do, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.